Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here. So I'm going to do a horoscope for the new moon and the weekend. I did want to, I've been thinking, I wanted to say thank you for anybody who watches these and just basically supports me in general. It was funny because I know I'm a little willy-nilly with with my videos, but it's like it's perfect because somebody was like, you need to promote your stuff more, and it was a good suggestion, but I'm like, no, I really don't yet because I don't know exactly how I want this to pan out, and the universe is doing a pretty fucking good job of giving me exactly what is appropriate for when it is appropriate, and I'm grateful for that. And anyway, and people who do pop in here or whatever, I'm grateful for you as well. So that was the first thing. Uh, we have a new moon in Pisces, and that is going to be on Saturday, March 13th at about 3:30 in the morning Mountain Time. So I'm back in Colorado, and that's the thing is I travel a lot, and the videos are hard to do when I'm traveling. But anyway, Mother Nature kind of threw some badass weather in there to make it extra exciting this time. So this new moon comes with a warning. Okay. So it, okay, it's a new moon in Pisces. So we have the sun and the moon together at 23 degrees of Pisces. That's what a new moon is. That's the definition of a new moon when they're conjoined, it's called. So it's always about new beginnings, new starts, kind of seeing what over the past month you may have been working on. It's a great way to embrace a cycle, right? I really suck at schedules and routines. I've gotten better because I'm happier when I'm doing the things I need to be doing, right? But they don't come naturally to me. And I don't, you know, attend church or do anything like that. And for me, but it doesn't even really have to be like spiritual, but just for me, it's great to have a new moon every month as a reset point, you know. And not only is it every month a new beginning, but we get to focus on a certain area of our life. Like I bring it down to that. Um, and you don't have to, you can kind of burrow as deep as you want into it, right? Um, and so then I cycle through these areas of my life, pondering them, you know, sparking them up or what have you, yearly. I've been doing the new moon, full moon thing for about 3 years now, and I love it. So anyway, the new moon in Pisces, it is also with Neptune at 20 degrees and Venus at 19 degrees. We'll get to Neptune in a second. Venus loves being in Pisces. It's her favorite place to be. It's called exalted. Venus is about our wants, our desires, right? Pisces, what is Pisces about? So Pisces is about, um, I always think of Peter Pan, but Pisces are the last zodiac sign. So if we, look at it as though you evolve through a zodiac sign, and that's not saying that any point of evolvement is better and worse than the other, right? Because once you cycle through Pisces, you go back to Aries, right? Um, Aries would be like the infant, and then Pisces is like endings and completions and finishing up cycles and being in between worlds almost kind of. So this new moon has a very otherworldly kind of feel to it. Now, Venus is there, and so we may want to feel connected. Pisces is also kind of representative of that we are all one sentiment. Um, there's a warning here for boundaries might be difficult to maintain at this, during this full moon. We might find ourselves overstepping or other people overstepping. On the flip, that could be really cool. You might find that you're really like jiving and connecting with people. Um, there's always a dualistic way to read these. And like this Pisces new moon feels like a good one, right? The thing about your own natal chart is that it could be interacting with planets or elements of your chart that might make it feel tougher. So that that's why sometimes it's kind of hard to like it's called mundane astrology when you're reading it for a collective of people. But anyway, with Neptune in there, so here's the warning. Because I'm in recovery, I know a lot of people who follow me may also be in recovery. Neptune is about spirituality, otherworldliness. It's like a very gaseous planet, so it's kind of that lacking of boundaries. Feeling uh more fluid, and it's Pisces, which is a water sign, but just feeling more fluid and interconnected to other people, to God, higher power, the divine, whatever, um, universe, your imaginary people, you know. Um, so we always have to be kind of careful with those. And I remember one time I did a meditation, and I had had a day where I'd manifested some crazy ass shit, and I felt really floaty. That's kind of what this new moon can feel to me, is like a little bit floaty. Um, I felt very floaty, and it triggered me because I am in recovery, and it was strange because I almost felt a little bit high, right? So I called my spiritual teacher and talked to her about it. And I was like, I actually feel a kind of high, and I don't like it right now. I don't like how this feels right now. So I got tourmaline. Tourmaline, ground yourself. Feet in the dirt if the weather permits wherever you are. But yeah, this new moon could come with some festivities and some escaping, getting hammered, getting high, because those experience those experiences can sometimes mimic a more spiritual experience, and this does feel kind of like a spiritual, connected full moon. Emotional also. So that's my warning with Neptune. You could also uh, have like grandiose senses, right? Emotions, or like being so sure, that something big or whatever is going to happen. But with Neptune there, it might be like a little overdoing it, or um, you know, uh, grandiosity is what's coming to me. Basically, you might get checked by reality, um, once this kind of passes over throughout the weekend and into next week and stuff like that. But you're the one who gauges whether like it's okay to overdo it a little bit, right? Or are you going to hurt yourself in the process? So I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Um, ah, that's so funny. Got the devil. Let me pull out another one. I just love this deck. The devil and the page of wands. Okay, here's what the devil is telling me. Don't be enticed, right? Don't be, the devil card in the tarot. Um, when I'm reading it for someone who is searching for a deeper meaning or something like that, the devil card can kind of be like material reality, 3D, right? Feeling stuck, uh, like having to do something, for example, like feeling stuck, staying with a partner or at a job, or something like that, where you're not growing, because it just makes sense and it is what it is, right? God, duality is kicking my ass today because it is what it is can also be a good thing, but for the wrong reasons. Um, so and also addiction, the devil means addiction. Yeah, so don't reach out like a baby because you're not a baby, right? It's okay to honor that part of you, but don't reach out for comforts that are not coming from your higher aspect. The Page of Wands, the the wands are fire energy, so that's about creativity, passion, spirituality. The pages are about our inner child. Um, and the pages always signify a new beginning. So take take this opportunity to for a new beginning in the area that would be spiritual or creative, or just more about you. I kind of want to pull a clarifier on that. The Knight of Swords. um the Knight of Swords is open communication, being honest, embracing your power. It's also moving forward in truth. So there's a bird up there. And that will be that's the Page of Wands grows up to become the knight, right? And we have the Knight of Swords here. The swords are air energy. That's mentality, our thoughts, um, communication. It can also be conflict. Um, but it's like with this new moon, we're nurturing this innocent, creative, spiritual energy that we have inside of us so that we can move forward more empowered with our own personal inner truth, right? And we don't want to escape this part of growing from the page to the night, um, by just grabbing onto what you always do, old habits, escaping through alcohol, drugs, addiction, anything like that. Even, you know, process addictions, like everybody has addictions. I'm kind of grateful that mine was so fucked up that I had to like check myself. Um, so, like if you're throwing yourself into work because you have these feelings inside that you don't want to deal with, um, or, running to uh, somebody to share, to like just whine about your life, which isn't, if that's not a useful process for you, right? Instead of actually doing something about your feelings and emotions. Those were just two that like arbitrarily came to mind. Um, this would be like a great one, new moon for just imagination and visualization, kind of visualizing a future, no matter how wild. Just really honor that inner child part of yourself and that imagination. I got you're very close to achieving your goal. So it's a gibbous moon, if that speaks to anyone, that's really interesting because this is the new moon in Pisces. And so if you look at a year, the way that I kind of do it with the new moon, new moon, full moon, um, you could feel like you're starting over on the final part of a project that you've been working on for a long time, so try not to get frustrated. Try to use it to grow and to reimagine or something, the last stages of something that you're developing. Anyway, I think that's all I got for you. Have a great weekend here on Earth. And thank you for those of you who choose to hang out with me when you do. Peace. Namaste.